This video demonstrates substitution method. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at both equations and we're going to see which equation has an isolated variable. And what I mean by that is, do you see an equation where the letter is completely by itself? So in this case we have y by itself. So you're looking for an equation that starts off with like x equals something or y equals something. So in this case we have y equals negative 2x minus 4. Now what we're going to do is go to the second equation, and we're just going to lightly scribble out that y, because that's the letter that's isolated in the first equation, and then we're just going to replace that y with what y equals, negative 2x minus 4. So I'm going to rewrite this equation here. I'm going to take 3 times negative 2x minus 4. Now make sure that you put parentheses around this because you're taking 3 times the whole entire thing. Then we're going to drop down the equals, negative 3x minus 21. At this point, it's just simply solving an equation. So I'll just go through the steps here. We're going to use the distributive property. We're going to get negative 6x minus 12. And then over here, we need to bring the x back together with this x by adding 3x to it, or to the negative 6x. This is our new equation. It's just a two-step equation. We're going to add 12 to this side. We're going to get negative 9, and then divide by the negative 3 to get positive 3. Now, when you're solving these equations, your goal is to get the x and the y, because you're looking for what ordered pair is the solution. So you're going to choose one of the two equations. Now, it doesn't matter, but it will always be easiest to go with that isolated equation that we started off with. So I'm going to rewrite over here, y equals negative 2x minus 4. I'm going to go ahead and take what x equals, the 3 here, and I'm plugging it in for x to get negative 2 times 3 minus 4. I'm just going to use my order of operations to solve that. Negative 6 minus 4 equals negative 10. So when you write your final answer, oops, I forgot my negative sign. When you write your final answer here, you always want to write it as an ordered pair. So you're just putting your x first and your y second. All right, for the second equation that you gave, we have 8x plus 4y equals 12, and y equals negative 2x plus 3. So again, we're looking for which equation is isolated. So up here, nothing's isolated, but down here we have y equals by itself. I'm going to circle the negative 2x plus 3. I'm going to scribble out the y. The reason it's a y is because that's the one that's isolated. So let's say, for example, this problem said x equals negative 2y plus 3. If it started with x equals, then you would plug it in for x. So in this case, it's y equals, so we're taking the negative 2x plus 3, we're going to plug it in for y, and then we're going to rewrite this equation. So what it's going to look like is the 8x, the plus 4, we're plugging in the negative 2x plus 3 for y, again making sure it's in parentheses, equals 12. And then you're just going to solve it like before. Hope that helps. If you have further questions, make sure that you contact me.